Right, let's turn on the happiness. Let's turn on that energy, that endless well of energy that we all have.
Yeah.
Morning, Ben!
Morning.
How are you today?
Good, so excited for news.
Don't worry, because I've got the news that will perk you up like a shot of fresh coffee. We're going to be talking today about Justice League, because I know you love talking about Justice League stuff.
Oh boy, do I. What a film.
So you know, recently they've been reshooting a lot of the Cyborg stuff because apparently the tone was too dark. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, we don't know what that's coming from the executives saying that, so that's always a worry when they have to do reshoots of any kind, especially when they're costing $25 million.
Yes.
But there are now even more reshoots to be done, because apparently, this is what Batman on Film have reported, saying, the reshoots, which are still taking place, are not standard pickups or additional photography. Well, apparently, an early cut of the film was deemed unwatchable. Now, that's when you know you're on to a winner, when it's deemed unwatchable.
When they say an early cut, do they provide any context whatsoever? Is that like a year ago? An early cut?
I don't know.
Yesterday, an early cut?
This was reported over the weekend, so I assume they're citing fresh sources. I mean, it would probably make more sense if it was, a year ago, but if it is now, and they're doing all of these reshoots anyway, then I would wager to say that the Justice League film is in some serious trouble.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust this report. What was it from? Who's it from?
From Batman on Film.
Batman on Film. You know Batman on Film, right? That trusted source of news. Like I do not care about this film. I enjoyed Wonder Woman, but Batman v Superman made me not care. And then you've got the stupid DC TV shows, by all accounts, they're very good.
Yeah.
And they're doubling up.
Yeah.
You've got two Flashes. You got a Superman in Supergirl as well as a Superman in... It's the most ridiculous, convoluted thing I've ever seen. I do not care at all, but I do not believe this.
Okay.
It says that it's buggered, because I think it's jumping on the slam train just to say
what a name.
This film is gonna die. And I think it will do financially very well.
Oh,
I can't say I'll care about it, but I don't believe that.
Well, remember that Suicide Film did extremely well in terms of box office things, but not critical things. So I don't think that they need to worry about sort of how much money this is going to make. This is going to make them absolute shed loads of money. Now, to add a bit of credence to the Batman on Film quote.
Yes.
Remember, these are the Warner Brothers executives that said that Wonder Woman was going to be a flop. So I do believe that there is some legitimacy in it being, the unwatchable if it's coming from the higher ups, and they're changing the tone of Cyborg. It just goes to show that the suits don't have a clue what they want.
I think if they did, they would have united these guys about 10 years ago before Marvel ever got the chance, because Marvel don't own the rights to all their bloody superheroes.
I know.
And DC and Warner Brothers do.
For as much stick as we give DC, Marvel have made quite a few errors in their past, really, haven't they, by signing off some of their most popular characters.
They have, but they still managed to make the Avengers franchise work.
True.
And Warner Brothers are desperately trying to do the same thing, and it's going okay. It's going okay.
This quote from the well-reputed Batman on Film has gone against what Entertainment Weekly quoted Ben Affleck as saying last week, which was that because obviously there's two directors now, because obviously Zack Snyder stepped down, Joss Whedon stepped up, it's an interesting product of two directors, both with kind of unique visions, both with really strong takes. I've never really had an experience before making a movie. I have to say I really love working with Zack, and I really love the stuff we've done with Joss. So that completely counteracts what I've just said, but Ben Affleck has been known to be a bit invested in bad projects.
It doesn't make a great deal of sense, because when Joss Whedon stepped up, he was supposedly just going to shepherd it through its last few stages of production, and then clearly they've seen it and thought, well, something's not right here, let's reshoot some stuff, and then Joss has been involved, and then he's totally reworked it into Joss style, and now and I don't know about this film. I don't believe it's unwatchable. I think that's Batman
a very harsh term, isn't it?
That's no executive would describe their film as that in the knowledge that could possibly get out. That's just so destructive. I can't believe that's the case.
I mean, if it was deemed unwatchable and it was made by obviously two directors, then you'd have to assume that there was literally like a tonality change halfway through when he stopped and Joss took over.
All the colours shifted from brown to
actual colours. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to believe this is true because I hate to see film franchises fail. It is an interesting car crash, if anything. The the Justice League film, but I mean, I hope that it's not true. I hope that Batman on film is not as credible as Whatculture news.
Well, all we do is parrot other places.
Don't tell them our secrets.
But we can at least trace it back to the source that it came from, and
True.
here I don't believe there is a source.
Okay, well,
I think it's just nonsense.
Batman on film, we're putting you on notice. Let us know what you think, though, about the Justice League film. Do you think it's going to be an absolute car crash or not? Are you looking forward to Aquaman's posing and posturing? Because I am. I think he's probably the best looking bit out of the film. Bro. But yeah, just let us know what you think about this. And do you think it's going to be unwatchable? Only time will tell. As always, he's been Ben, I've been Jules, this has been the news. See you later.